Reeds in the Wind is a movement focused on restoring and redeveloping the Shinnecock Nation's approach to architectural forms and spaces. By creating a proposal for the Shinnecock Reservation's approach to large-scale spatial design, we can create a foundation for future generations of the nation to grow and prosper. Having a focused master plan will allow the Shinnecock people to unify. Unity creates validation. Validation breeds belief, and belief fuels strength. Like the grass reed, a native plant of the meadowlands the reservation is built on, the nation is thin and fragile. The reed can be seen as a symbol of their instability. Yet the grass reed is strong in the face of the wind. Each reed flows and bends with the inclemency of its passing. Through faith in each other and embracing of each other's suffering, together, their nation flows with the wind and continues to endure. In recent years, the reservation has faced unstable population totals. The reservation has also faced a decrease in child population percentage when compared to the total population, and an increase in the median age of the people living on the reservation. We believe this could be due to the income pressures facing the reservation, where younger generations are moving away to find work, and the people struggling that are living on the reservation are having trouble sustaining families. This income disparity is due to a lack of local economy. This could be seen in the modes of transportation used by the people living on the reservation. Almost all of the employed workers that live on the reservation have to commute by car to get work. There's no local career opportunities within walking distance, and there's an over-reliance on cars, which is a costly expense for low-income families. So how do we bring people back to the reservation and support future growth of the population? And more refined, how do we support the growth of the Shinnecock Nation through architecture? The Shinnecock Nation has a lot of similarities to the architecture that's built on Nodule Island in South Korea. There's a main intersection point in the middle of the island, similar to the Montauk Highway on the Shinnecock Reservation. We can use the Nodule Island's blueprint for how they set up program density on the Shinnecock Nation when creating a master plan. As you can see, from the site intervention point in the center of the island, the main program density is larger closest to the site intervention. And as you move outwards towards the edge of the island, the forest density increases and it focuses more on creating circulation paths and undisturbing the nature, creating gathering spaces to actually experience this nature, and create more privacy as you extend out towards the edge of the island. When applying the same logic to the Shinnecock Nation, where we use the site intervention point of Montauk Highway, we can create a larger program density closer to the highway, focus on creating a commercial district that focuses on bringing people from the surrounding areas into the Shinnecock Nation to stabilize the local economy. And then as you move outwards towards the edge of the Shinnecock Reservation, you focus more on circulation paths and creating more privacy areas for the Shinnecock Nation to create a barrier between the outside people coming into the space and where they actually live. And then similar to the Nodule Island, have a main gathering space where people from the outside and the people in the Shinnecock Nation can meet and gather and have events and share the space together. This main gathering space, the powwow grounds, became the focal point of my design for this semester, as a starting point for the master plan. When visiting the site, we noticed that there was undeveloped parking, non-permanent seating, and a worn performance center, creating this desolate condition for the powwow grounds. When not in use, the site is completely unactivated. So we're looking to change that. So when thinking about how we're going to actually activate the space, we looked into the type of events that the Shinnecock Nation currently has, like the Shinnecock Powwow, Indigenous Day, Senior Clubs, the Oyster Festival. Then we looked into other parks like Central Park, the High Line, and see what type of events that they hold that we might be able to incorporate into the program spaces at the powwow grounds, like stargazing, salsa bands, Halloween events, special screenings for artists, and craft making for children and families. We also completed a water runoff analysis of the current powwow grounds to help drive some of the design choices that we use for the space. We used all these factors when redesigning the entire powwow ground space. We started by redesigning the west side of the powwow grounds. Instead of a flat, desolate parking area, we We wanted to create an experience that people could travel through this space and experience it throughout the year. By creating these buried areas of parking, we allowed an experience of circulation entry into the park space. So the parking almost becomes part of the experience. By redefining this area, we create opportunities for people to create events like parking meets, yoga classes, running clubs, and story time. Other events in this area can include stargazing, defined areas for barter events, dance and wellness areas, and a place for people to experience alternative hobbies like skateboarding and rollerblading. Not only did we redefine the circulation spaces, but we create permanent seating areas like this amphitheater where people can experience the powwow grounds and different events throughout the year. By creating these meeting and resting areas, we create moments for people to gather and experience the space together. We believe it's important to design the powwow grounds because it allows the Shinnecock Nation to gain ownership of this space and be proud of it. Thank you.